Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing a review for Dawn of the Dead, the remake 2004 version. So yeah, the one that's directed by Zack Snyder. So yeah, and this movie stars Ving Rhames, Sarah Polley, Jake Weber, Mackay Pfeiffer, Ty Burrell, Michael Kelly, Kevin Zegers, Michael Berry, Lindsay Booth, Jane Eastwood, Boyd Banks, and Ina Korobinka, and Matt Frewer. So yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those who have yet to actually watch this movie and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up, so for those who have yet to actually watch this movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me, then I give you a fair warning, because as usual, I did. So as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rates. So basically, Dawn of the Dead, the 2004 version, you basically have these group of survivors during the zombie apocalypse, and all of a sudden, after the zombie apocalypse, these group of people find themselves in a mall. They're in a shopping mall, and now they're just trying to survive, and try to ride out the apocalypse, trying to see how long they can survive. And yeah, and eventually they have to leave the mall because it gets invaded, and they're gonna see if they could go to the pier and possibly live the rest of their lives on an island until mayhem ensues. So yeah, overall, I really like this movie. I've seen the original Dawn of the Dead, the one from '78, I want to say 1978. The original Romero Dawn of the Dead, and I did enjoy that one as well. However, I really prefer this one. I really enjoy this one. Like, I like the original Dawn of the Dead, but I love this version of the movie. It's just, I really like it. The reason being that it came out in a time, like, again, 2004. This movie came out in a time where zombie films, or just the zombie genre as a whole, was starting to kind of picking up again after, the release of 28 Days Later and the release of the Walking Dead the comic book version. You did have kind of a resurgence in zombie interest all over again, and I do think that this movie really did help that aspect of it. Fast zombies, in my opinion, are terrifying. If you get into the debate which one's better, slow zombies or fast zombies, I'd rather be in a place where there's slower zombies. Because I do think that fast zombies are more terrifying, in my opinion, because of the fact that they can literally just run anywhere and get you. And even though I prefer slow zombies, I do find fast zombies just to be a bit more scary because of the fact that they can just catch you at any point, and if they hoard you, then you're fucked. I mean, just imagine very fast the Glenn situation where Glenn and Nick are on the W Street. Imagine if all those zombies were like fast, running at about 10 miles per hour, give or take. So yeah, I mean, that'd be insane. They definitely wouldn't be able to live. They probably wouldn't have even gotten to Alexandria at that point. So yeah, I do think that fast zombies are a bit more terrifying, in my opinion. However, I still respect and like slow zombies because I do like The Walking Dead. Back to this movie review. Up for them, it's actually really good in my opinion. If you actually kind of pause some of the scenes or actually look at images of the zombies from Dawn of the Dead from this movie, it's actually pretty good in my opinion. They kind of keep a similar style to how the original Dawn of the Dead was, where it's kind of simplistic, because again, most of these people have just recently turned, so it is a bit more simplistic in my opinion, but it's still pretty awesome. There's this one zombie towards the beginning, right around when they reach the mall. It's this one Asian zombie, and he's missing his like left arm, and it's pretty cool the way they do it, like the amputation and all that, the effects of that. That's honestly really cool. And the acting throughout the whole movie is actually really good, in my opinion. Ving Rhames, in my opinion, is the standout. Him and Sarah Polley, in my opinion, are the standouts of the movie. Ving Rhames, he has his good movies, he has his bad movies, in my opinion. I mean, good movies will include Pulp Fiction. Bad movies, or okay movies, would include something like Zombie Apocalypse, which I reviewed 2 years ago, I want to say. And yeah, that's an okay movie. So overall, though, this movie was great. Actually does have a lot of horror aspects, like the garage scene or the scene where they're at the gun store. That there are some pretty good horror elements to it, and there actually are some pretty decent comedic elements to it. Overall, though, it is still a horror movie, and I wish Zack Snyder would continue doing films more like this and none of that Batman v Superman crap that he did and gave us earlier this year. I wish he would stick to smaller scale stuff such as this. Overall, I did enjoy this movie. It's really fun in my opinion. I really enjoy it. I just feel like it has a more cohesive story than the original 1978 version of it. I feel like this one has a bit more cohesive story because you're in the mall within like 10 minutes of the film. And just the prologue, like the events where they explain everything that happens at the beginning of the film, how the zombie apocalypse kind of came to be, I feel like it was better explained than it was in the original Romero film, because in the original Romero film, it took us about half the movie just to get to the mall, and, you know, after that, it's just a few shootouts at the mall. I mean, they were good, but, could have been better, in my opinion. I really much prefer this version of Dawn of the Dead. In my opinion, it's great. It's a great retelling, and it's a great remake as a whole. The special effects are good. The acting and the writing as a whole are pretty decent and good. The action is also pretty good. For example, you have this one scene where Anna, she gets a fire poker and just stabs this one zombie, or this recently turned woman that's been turned into a zombie recently. She stabs her through the eye socket. That was pretty cool in my opinion. Again, you just have some pretty awesome scenes like that, and just the bus scene when they're escaping the mall. CJ, he grabs like the gasoline tank and just throws it at a zombie, and there's one muscular, heavy ass buff zombie just grabs it and he's about to throw it back, and he just gets his shotgun and he just shoots it and just blows up like almost every single zombie. I mean, granted, there are some elements of it that's kind of unrealistical, such as that explosion being as big as it was, but then again, you're talking about a movie that has zombies in it, so kind of give it a pass. Again, overall, it's great. The action's great. The gore is actually, it is really great. It is pretty gory. In my opinion, one of the better scenes that does portray the gore is when they're at the bus. In this bus, as they're escaping, this one guy has a chainsaw, and the driver, I think Ving Rhames, his character is the driver, he makes a sharp turn, and the guy who's holding the chainsaw accidentally puts a chainsaw on this one other survivor, this woman, and they both die because the bus eventually crashes, but it's really gory in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, overall, it's just a great film in my opinion. Great action and great gore in my opinion. And yeah, it's just a great retelling as a whole compared to the original Dawn of the Dead from 1978. So yeah, I mean, as a whole, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'll give this movie a 9 out of 10. Overall, it's just a great movie. If you haven't seen it already, please do watch it. If you enjoyed the original Dawn of the Dead, for sure you're going to enjoy the remake of it. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe, comment down below, like the video, share on Facebook or Twitter, whatever you guys prefer, and that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.